Marcus, this was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, 180. Get him! Get him! Get him! Ringo! 49's the mic. Watch 49.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
1st and 10 at the 30.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch 54. I got you. Son. I got you. You're all line. You're all line, baby. Get this. You're all line. Check. Right there.
Here's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs.
Got it.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
A gain of 21 yards.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Hey, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense run out, force a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Now it's Wilson. That's caught by Penny. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now it's Carson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They run. It's Gurley. He'll have a first down past the 40. That one covers 29 yards. First down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
180. 54. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Here it comes. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
Out of the gun. Goff. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
At the 4-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson down around his goal line. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the pass. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check. Crouch. Tempo. It's our time.
On third down, it's Carson. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Fielded at about the 28. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week?
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Tedrick Thompson picks it.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
I got one. Watch the ship. Watch it. Watch the ship.
Here's Carson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson being chased out left. This will be caught by Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
A gain of 12.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Let's go. Let's go.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 9th touchdown of the season. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0.
14. Rams, nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. A nice run there by Gurley on first down as he'll get about 7 out of it. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Win the rep, let's go, right here. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. You must be dreaming. Check.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Go. You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. He's got a first down past the 30. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 35-yard line. Well, they know they've got a good starter. Now the guy coming in to spell him shows he can run it pretty good as well.
And I think he appreciates the starter, wearing people down, tiring them out a little bit. He took full advantage, didn't he? Came in with fresh legs and carried the ball.
On first down, Carson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
50 seconds to Mike. Watch the backer.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And a yard at the 14-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Let's stop.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Goff. And Woods has it complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield. And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now it's Lockett. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they? And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and forever.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Hey, we got 3 down.
On the delay, here's Carson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. There's Wilson to throw. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Penny. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
On 1st and 10, Goff. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. A big play there, Goff to Cup, 45 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
On first down, it's gone. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From the gun, here's Goff. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got Lockett. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now Rashad Penny. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Going for the deep ball. That's going to be caught. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 8 on the year. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 28-0.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Go, 12, go. 56 to Mike, boys.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Watch QB drop.
They run it with Carson. And an alley to run. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Touch 50, touch 50. 57 to Mike. Down to lose one.
Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Seahawks first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back now in Los Angeles. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Mike's 5-4. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check 13. Check 50, check 50. Hey, easy. Check.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
No gain on the play there, second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4.
It's not something that we see every game now. Todd Gurley held below 50 yards, and we are in the 4th quarter. Got to give a lot of credit. They've done a nice job of bottling him up.
They absolutely have. And a lot of times he can still find holes, but there haven't been the holes there. The offensive line hasn't created much space.
Hey, Shell. 49's the Mike. 49's the Mike. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that, but, well, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season. Goff on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Goff, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off. Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now a give, right side. Carson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Now it's Penny. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. They'll run it again with Penny. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And they will take a knee here. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Seahawks, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for L.A., they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles